Well, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tracy Sears. We have complete coverage tonight as we continue to track the impact of this winter storm.
And I'm Jake Burns in Short Pump. Our Tyler Lane will show us why some people could not stay home today. But first, we want to kick things off with meteorologist Mike Goldberg in the Weather Center. He is working for you with the latest you need to know on this winter storm. Hey, Mike.
Hey there, Jake. Yeah, things played out pretty much as we expected, and I'm thankful for that. Hopefully that helped you out planning your Sunday across the area. Had this little burst of snow this morning that put down several inches. That's caused some havoc, of course, on all the area roads, and then we made a transition to some sleet, freezing rain, and the temperatures are just above the freezing mark right now. So most of the roads are just getting a little wet out there, but there's a lot of slush. So even if there's no ice, we could have some travel troubles just due to all the slush that's on the roads. 33 pretty much everywhere across our area, although Chester's checking in at 32 and so is Farmville. So again, there could be some icy spots. Always remember that bridges and overpasses freeze over first. So if you're traveling along and the road is just wet and slushy, you might just hit a patch of ice. So use some extra caution overnight into tomorrow. The main precipitation shifting out of the area, we have the primary storm that has come in from the west. That is giving way to a secondary area of low pressure. So temperatures have soared into the 40s to low 50s in the Norfolk area with some rain there. This storm will take over, head up to the northeast, and bring some snows to New England over the next couple of days, while we'll be left with some lingering moisture and a couple of rain and snow showers here and there. Definitely some snow cover across a good chunk of the area tonight. A little bit of drizzle and some areas of fog, and again some slick spots on the roads into tomorrow morning. The wraparound precipitation may bring a few rain and snow showers during the day tomorrow. This evening, our temperatures hover just above the freezing mark in the metro. Some areas of light rain, drizzle, or mist, and pretty much the same story when you wake up tomorrow morning. The temperature critical right near that freezing mark. So again, bridges and overpasses, the places to watch. We'll talk about the forecast for the week ahead in a few minutes. Tracy?
Well, the Weather Authority is working for you. Mike will be back in just a few minutes with a look at your full forecast as we head into our work week. And Jake is usually here in the studio with me, but tonight he's working for you in Storm Rider 6, monitoring the road conditions out there. Right now, he's out in Short Pump. Jake, I didn't have a hard time getting into the studio today, but I think going home is going to be rough.
Yeah, you know, that's true, Tracy. Most of the roads, especially the primary ones, are looking really good right now for the most part. There are, as Mike mentioned, some slick parts of the road. I want to show you where we are. We're here at Pump and Pouncey Track, right where that converts near Broad Street, one of the busiest intersections in all of Central Virginia. You can see this road is crystal clear right now. People, I think for the most part, have been driving pretty slow, but we've seen several VDOT trucks coming through here, obviously focusing on these main streets like Broad Street. Now, the neighborhoods are where the challenge is, and they're a little bit more similar on the roadway to that slushy mix Mike was mentioning, and this sidewalk right here is more what it looks like on the roads in the neighborhood streets. Now, VDOT is reporting that most primary roads do have icy patches, but they are in minor condition. Secondary and neighborhood streets are understandably a little worse off depending on where you are. Again, some of those in moderate condition. Virginia State Police say they have responded to 250 accidents across the state today as of 2 p.m. Most of those coming from right here in the Central Virginia region. 89 crashes and 44 disabled vehicles here in Central Virginia alone. That's just the one that state troopers have responded to, not counting local responses. VDOT crews obviously working very hard to make sure the roads are safe to drive on. And they've been doing that all day long. Still, we know there have been some issues. Our Tyler Lane spoke with VDOT officials, and he also spoke with drivers about dealing with the road conditions during this winter storm. Hey, Tyler.
Hey Jake, well VDOT says even the roads they've already treated where you can't even see any more snow could still be dangerous. And that's why drivers I spoke with here in Henrico say they're being extra careful.
The best place to be during a winter storm is indoors.
A crucial reminder from VDOT as a dangerous blanket of snow and ice covers Central Virginia. Slick roads led to dozens of crashes Sunday, one of them involving a Henrico fire engine.
When less people are on the roads, first responders are able to clear the roads faster.
Officials say firefighters were responding to an emergency when the truck spun off a snow-covered Woodman Road and flipped upside down. 4 firefighters escaped on their own and were taken to a hospital. They're expected to be okay. Shoppers and workers at Willow Lawn were also on high alert about the road conditions.
Around some of the turns and curves where it's been slushy, you slide a little bit.
I noticed I only slid once, and that was, because of the stoplights.
They brave the weather to stock up on groceries and show up for work while taking extreme caution.
Watch out for the other person. That's what I found myself doing, and go extremely slow.
And they're echoing VDOT's advice to stay home if you can.
It's really only go out if you need to, if it's going to be like much colder and freeze over.
Yeah.
Now, VDOT crews will continue treating the roads throughout the night. Right now, they say most interstates and major routes are passable, and they're shifting focus to those neighborhood streets. Working for you in Henrico, Tyler Lane, CBS 6 News.
Busy night ahead, Tyler. Thanks for that report. We're going to hop in Storm Rider 6, Tracy, head out to the western parts of Henrico County and even Goochland and check on conditions there. We'll check back with you in a few minutes.
All right, well, both Louisa and Goochland Public Schools will be closed tomorrow. Louisa school officials say that includes both in-person as well as virtual students. In Goochland, essential personnel are to report at 8 o'clock. Curbside meals are still available for pickup from 12 until 12:30. And be sure to download the CBS 6 News and weather apps to get alerts about the weather impacting you in your neighborhood. And let's check back in with Jake out in Storm Rider 6. Jake has a look at the roads for us tonight.
Yeah, hey Tracy, we actually are heading out here on Broad Street right now to really check in on what we're going to see on these roadways, and it's basically what we can consider every single part of the way in Central Virginia, which is what you're seeing right here. Let me switch the Storm Rider 6 camera. This is one of those back roads over here, Short Pump Park. You can see that VDOT crews appear to have gotten over here to this little cutout, but there is still some iciness on the side of the roadways. VDOT and other agencies like the state police urging people to not drive unless they absolutely have to. You can see exactly right here where we're about to turn. There's quite a bit of slush on the roads. That's why you need to make sure that you are going slow. Check your speed. Make sure you're being safe about that. Crews telling us that 70% of deaths in snows are related to vehicles, and it's for this exact reason, how slick it can be. Make sure you're also clearing off the top of your car, because that's an important thing too. We've seen some people not doing that while we've been out here on the roadways.